Hi lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup Misfit. So I'm pretty excited for today's video as this is my first update for the Alice in Wonderland Project Pan. And if you don't know what that is, it's a project that I created. So the introduction video, if you haven't checked that out already, I suggest you go do so. You'll get a rundown of the rules, the prompts, the layout of how the project works. It begins on August 1st of this year and is going to run until July 31st of 2022. So just a very quick gist of it, you can choose anywhere between 3 and 5 products. You have the full year to hit all 23 product prompts that are in the project to completely finish it off. So the 3 prompts that I rolled in was number 17, which is to use a product for an entirely different purpose. Number 18, which is a product or a shade that you didn't like at first, but then you eventually grew to love. And number 22, which was a product that you want to finish off. So for each prompt, you get to choose your own goal unless there's a prompt that's attached to it already. So of course, I rolled in one of those this round, but that's totally okay. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So for number 17, a product that I'm using for an entirely different purpose, I rolled in the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette and I took the shade Cotton Candy from that. And I wanted to use that as a blush or a blush topper. So this is what the product looked like last month. And this is what we're looking like this month. So I'm not quite sure if you can really see, but there is a bit of a dip in there, just kind of like the top area here. And you can definitely see that it's slightly moved down the sides just a little bit. So the way that I've been using this is I have it in a little mini magnetic palette with a couple of other blushes. So I just swirl my brush over everything and get really good use out of it that way. And I really like how it turns out. Or there's been a couple of times where I've used this afterwards and I dip a different brush into it. One that's a little more condensed, sort of like an angle brush, and just kind of use it as a blush topper. But mainly I just mix it in with the other blushes when I use it. So I feel like I could definitely hit pan on this pretty soon, hopefully by the end of next month. That is my goal for this project, is just to hit pan on it. And I'm hoping that if I use it consistently enough and continue to use it the way that I have been, I will definitely have pan on this sooner than later, which is super exciting because that palette is very hard to get good usage and pan on. So that is the first one. So for the second prompt, I chose a color that I didn't like at first on myself, but I eventually started to enjoy it a little bit more over these past few months, spring, summertime, and I chose the color pink. So I decided to go with the Huda Beauty Neon's pink palette, of course, and I decided to use the bright pink shade in this palette. So this is what it had looked like last month. And this is what it's looking like this month. So my goal for this was to hit pan. I have used this a good handful of times, but you can barely see on camera any usage. In person, there are a few brush strokes in here, but it's definitely going to take me a very long time to hit pan on this. I've never used a Huda Beauty matte shade before, so I kind of was, a little ambitious with this goal. So I've been debating it, and unfortunately what I think I'm going to do, which is something that I did not want to do in this project at all, but I'm going to switch my goal. So instead of hitting pan on this right now, I'm going to switch my goal to just 10 uses, mainly because 1, I know this is going to take me a very long time, but 2, because fall time is coming up. It's September, so the chances of me using this enough to hit pan on is very slim, and it's probably going to be in here until the very end of the project if I decide to keep my goal the way that it is. So I feel like with 10 uses, I could hopefully get this out at the end of September. If I keep mixing it in with different kinds of pinks and different other looks, I think I might be able to roll this one out, and who knows. My ultimate goal for this one obviously is to hit pan, but right now I'm switching it to the 10 uses, and I think that 10 uses would be doable for the month of September. So that's a goal change, and hopefully I'm not going to be so ambitious with my other goals later on in this project. So finally, the last prompt is number 22, which was a product that I wanted to finish off. So I chose the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Highlighter. I had a little bit of pan in it when I rolled this in, so this is what it looked like. And this is what it's looking like today. So minus all of the powder on there, you can see that I have a large amount of pan showing, and I'm going to focus my brush on the top and the bottom just to hit the side pans, and then after that I'm going to just focus on the sides. Lately I have been back into layering my face products, so I feel like if I use this consistently and layer this with other highlighters, I'll definitely get a lot more usage on it and hopefully get this out a lot sooner than I would if I was just using it on its own, because it is more of a pink toned highlighter. So I'm obviously not going to want to use too much pink come fall time, hence the reason why I changed my goal on this palette here. I just realized my whole look is pink. All three of my prompts are pink. Pink blush, pink eyes, and pink highlighter. So hey, I like pink, don't I? Anyways, yeah, so I think that once I get the top and bottom, then I can work on the sides, layer them with a few different highlighters. I've been starting to do that the last few days or so. And with this one, because it is more of a little pink tone, I do have my Milk Makeup highlighter that I like to layer it with in the shade Lit. So it's a little bit more of a lighter white champagne-ish on me tone. So I feel like it mixes really well with this. And if I use the two as a combination for a decent amount of time, I definitely think that this will be completely finished, which would be awesome because this is the first, I believe, highlighter that I purchased, but definitely the oldest at this point. So I do want to get this out completely. So that is it for my project. Unfortunately, there's no roll-ins this month. I do want to keep it at a consistent 3 product across the board for this project. I was debating rolling something in no matter what, but I do have other panning projects going on that I want to focus on. And if you want to check any of those out, they are on my Instagram account, which I will have linked down below. So go check those out if you like. And that is it. So hopefully I will have a lot more progress for the next update. And until then, I will see you guys later. Bye.